What's up guys, it's National Master Dem Apples here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how I beat a school at chess, and also with 98.4% accuracy. So let's take a look at the game, and to practice this, our school is playing against Mountain View High School, and it's an online match, and the normal match was tied. Now, I had not played in the match because I low-key kind of forgot about it, and then I came back and I was like, wait, it's a tie, and we need some tiebreakers, so we decided that this guy and I would play. So he's roughly like 1700. I am definitely higher rated than this, but this is just my rapid rating from a lot of tilt, and I haven't played rapid in a while. So, let's take a look at the game. E4, C5, knight f3, knight c6. We just have a normal Sicilian here. He goes for d4, and I take his pawn. The opening isn't super important, but what is super important is that after bishop b4 and bishop d3 here, my opponent, after pawn to d5, so the idea with pawn to d5 is pretty simple, right? I have a couple of threats. One of them is to go pawn to d4, but the other one is just more simply to take this pawn, and if he takes, well, I can obviously just take here, because his knight is going to be pinned, but my opponent doesn't seem to notice this idea. He goes a3, which on the surface looks like a normal move, but when you realize it, there's just a simple tactic here. Now, a lot of you watching this video might be like, oh, the game's over. He's going to win a piece, right? But the truth is that a lot of times people can't convert these. And the more impressive part about this game, I think, is the 98.4% accuracy. So let's take a look at this. He goes knight g5. Of course, I'm going to take the free piece. Takes, castle my king to safety. Bishop to f5, attacking the weakness on d3. He goes rook to e1, just completely hanging it. Not much he could have done about it, though, to be fair. Queen takes. Bishop to d2, and now we simply put pressure on the pin piece with rook a to d8. This bishop should probably move, and then I can exchange queens, and as we all know, trading material when you're up material is usually a good idea. He goes for rook to a2, which is a very suspicious, very clumsy move. The rook isn't good here, and can get attacked in a plethora of ways. But simply put, like, a rook on the second rank is generally clumsy, and now his bishop is pinned for real, right? He can't move it or else he's going to lose his queen. So I go for h6 with the idea of knight to e4, putting pressure on the bishop, which is pinned, and this pawn. I've an idea of bishop to g4 next, probably, pinning the knight, and I'll take it, and I'll take this bishop on d2. So bishop g4 would be pretty nice. He goes rook to e3, attacking my queen, and I go to d5. This is a pretty good move. Queen c4 is also playable, but I had another idea in mind. First of all, queen c4, although it unleashes the rook onto this pin, right, it relinquishes an attacker on this d2 bishop, so I would like to keep my queen on this file. Second of all, I would like to keep this c4 square open for what you'll see soon. Rook b2, and my awareness peaks a little bit here because these rooks and this bishop look very clumsy, and even this pawn could all get forked by a knight on a specific square, and you guessed it, that square, yes, is the c4 square. So knight to a5, very simply trying to get into c4, and there's just so many things that are hanging here that there is no good solution. Queen e2 gets out of the pin, doesn't really matter because he hangs his rook. I would not have chosen to hang my rook if I were him, but he was going to lose either the bishop or the rook, so it didn't really matter. Queen e1, I take the rook, and knight to d3, again with a fork on the queen, as well as the pawn. I take the pawn, and now the goal is to get to his king. So knight to h4, and another thing about playing with high accuracy and converting your games very cleanly is that you don't want to hang anything, right? Yes, I could probably go for like knight to g4. Yes, I probably could go queen c5 with the idea, like for example, queen c5, knight takes f5, rook to d1. But like, is this something you want to do? I mean, okay, maybe you could argue, oh, you can finish off the game in style here. I don't know. And then you could like smothered mate him because you're so cool, right? And although it does look cool to smother mate someone in this fashion, and it would definitely have been cool, is it really worth the risk? No. Keep it simple, stupid. That's the saying in chess. So h3, queen c5. I attack the rook. It's defended, but the main threat is rook to d1. And yeah, king h2, he sees it, but rook to d1 comes anyways. And now this is a problem, because if the queen moves, rook h1 is checkmate. Now he could go here, but after queen takes pawn, like, oh man, this looks pretty nasty. Like, you could take this. Engine is calling a mate in 22 because of this, but like, yeah, this looks pretty disastrous for white. White can't take because the pawn's pinned, and now the king has nowhere to go, so white will have to sacrifice his queen for my knight. So this is a really nice combination. Would I have played this? I am not sure, but I know I was itching to sacrifice something this game, but I knew it wasn't the good play. So he takes my rook. I take his queen. I'm up too much material. Rook to e1. The rest of it is kind of slaughter. Very nice fork here. And takes check. Generally speaking, you want to check before you take something, just because it forces them into a weird scenario. Like, to be fair, the reason I checked is because I give him more chances to mess up. Yes, I could take this knight, but why don't I check first and hope he does this, and then I'll win a rook, right? So, check first, and now I take the knight because he didn't mess up. Bishop e3, take another pawn, goes rook c1, and he's just hanging everything. I mean, queen g3. I don't need to take the rook because it's not really doing anything. And I go bishop to e4. Mate is unstoppable on g2. Mate is unstoppable on h3. I finish him off in style with queen takes h3. Checkmate. Everything is guarded. Pawn is pinned. And the knight covers the g1 square. So a very, very nice game. Almost every move was the best move. I got one great move and 24 best moves. And yes, the only part that wasn't the most perfect was the opening, apparently, but like 98.4% accuracy is still pretty good, especially for a washed master. And yeah, that's how we beat Mountain View High School. And if you play in this high school chess league, online chess league, I think I might be able to play you as well, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.